Hi. This video is for my interview with Mr. Haim. My name is Damon Armstrong. I'd like to begin by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm 19 years old. I graduated high school in May of 2015. I currently live with my fiance, Brianna. Her and I live with her two younger siblings. Earlier this year, a tragic event occurred and left all three of them orphans. So, Brianna and I supervise and raise her two younger siblings. One of her younger siblings is Victoria. She's 13 years old in the 8th grade in junior high school, and she's on the dance team. Brianna's little brother, his name is Gable. He is 11 years old, and he's in the 5th grade. And I just want to show you that because these are important people in my life, and these are the people who make me want to better myself and make me want to exceed expectations and be successful in life, which has a lot to do with who I am and why I am so self-motivated, especially in real estate, which actually all started about 3 years ago when I read the book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And through that book, I really learned what investing was, and it gave me a different mind frame on life and on your career choice in general. Getting out of the rat race and the entrepreneurial spirit. And so ever since that's been who I am. I am an entrepreneur, and unfortunately at this time, I do have a part-time position at 2 places. I do work part-time as a chef in a restaurant. I also am a special observationist in a local hospital here. Basically what I do as a special observationist is I sit with and observe psych patients and record their behaviors. Nothing too difficult. Also not related to the real estate industry, which again is my passion, my love as an entrepreneur. So again, this video is more about my position as an acquisition manager for you. So a little bit about that. I am knowledgeable about the real estate industry. I'm not going to say I know more than you or more than anyone else. Obviously, I am newer. Since we have talked last, I did a good bit of research, just on the specific position as an acquisition manager in the real estate industry. And I've come to realize that you and I are not the first or the last to put together this type of virtual relationship. So each and every day I'm constantly learning. I am knowledgeable about the real estate industry and the real estate market of Louisiana. I'm very self-driven, goal-oriented, and again, it all boils down to what you want in life and who you want to be. And so a couple things you asked me was why you would want to work with me. What are some benefits that I would provide, and what are some of my skills? And so to talk about that a little bit, I'm very organized as a person. I'm very presentable. I like to keep myself clean. I like to keep my area and my paperwork and everything, in a row. I like to have my ducks in a row. I'm very thorough with all of my paperwork, with all of my leads. I follow up I keep an agenda, and I write things down. I make sure things get done on time. Um, I'm very reliable, and I'm not picky as far as, what I have to do. Is if it has to be done, then I do it, no matter how minimal or maximal it may be. Um, I have the ability to create and follow systems well. I'm very thorough with all of my work, and um, detail oriented. I'm very good with time management. For example, I have two jobs. I raise a family. I'm in college. My semester's almost over with, and I'm not going to go back next semester because I plan on taking the real estate, to the next level, and going in full time with it, and really making a success out of it. My math skills are really good. I can show you transcripts from high school or college. It doesn't matter. I understand marketing. I've taken classes on marketing, negotiations, appraisals. I understand all that, estimating repairs, after repair values. I can show you transcripts from computer classes I've taken. I passed college computer classes, so I am knowledgeable, with computer resources such as Microsoft, Excel, PowerPoint, things of that nature. Excuse me. I am familiar with the construction industry also. I do have I call it a part-time job also, so that would be a third one, but it's kind of more of a here and there job. I do work for a construction company, and I've worked for them for the past 2 years now. Learned a lot about rehabs and construction in general, repairs and how to do a lot of things, and also how much money it would cost to do so. I worked for a air conditioning company, so I do have some knowledge about more than just real estate. I'm very good with people. I'm very good at making people feel comfortable with me. I like to make people laugh. I like to be a funny guy sometimes. I know when it's time to be serious. I know when it's time to joke. I know when it's time to, I do things accordingly to the situation that arises. Excuse me. So yes, some things that I can bring you to the table. Obviously, working with me, you're going to be able to expand your investing portfolio. With me here as your boots on the ground guy in Louisiana. I know you're working in other places also. That's great. I really commend you for that. I've read a book by a virtual wholesaler by the name of Larry Goines. That's actually when I first first found out what virtual real estate investing is. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, through that book, I learned about how this process takes place, how it works, about the position of the acquisition manager, evaluating and acquiring prospective deals, building us both long-lasting, strong relationships with people here that we can work with. Learning things like time management, people management, marketing, Just being able to set a goal and accomplish it. So another thing, I do have my own reliable transportation. Obviously, you're interested in the Jefferson Parish, the Marrero, Metairie, and Harvey areas. So it's important that I do have my own reliable transportation, so I can get to these appointments and get to these sellers and get these contracts signed and get these things done with, so that we can both be successful. I do plan on doing some marketing myself also. I know that you said you would deploy your resources to start generating leads. That's great. We still need to get on the same page about this particular business structure. I'm not 100% clear on that. I don't know if you are. If so, I definitely like to talk about it. Subsequently, my specific skill set will allow our business to bring a respectable deal under contract and close. As far as networking, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure of our specific business structure yet. I don't know who's going to supply what as far as buyers or things of that nature. I guess it depends on how we structure everything. I do know we talked a little bit about the way things will be set up for compensation. I would prefer a base salary type position. That way, like I said, I'm here raising a family at 19 years old. It would be a little bit easier for me to budget and get by in life, and it would be easier for me to budget for other things such as marketing. Working off commission wouldn't give me that security and that stability. Therefore, it could pull me away. Let's see. I have been working on some of my own deals here lately. Like I said before, that once you and I get this partnership rolling, I will look at it full time. We'll treat it full time. I will prioritize our partnership and put this before everything else, because just like for yourself, this is my means of living. And again, it all resorts back to the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneur, goal-oriented, detail-oriented, self-driven, ambitious, wanting more out of life. And actually, I admire you. I hope one day I can come to San Francisco, meet you. I actually know someone else out in San Francisco Bay Area, and I like to travel, so I really think that once we establish a better relationship, I'd like to come out and maybe visit your office or see how you run things. Let's see. So, Mr. Haim, I do believe that I would make you a good acquisition manager. I'm very responsible. Like I said, as far as things like time management, I know that plays a big part in this business. And I just hope that you see me a good fit for your acquisition manager in Louisiana. Another thing is I would like to expand to other markets in Louisiana, such as Baton Rouge. West Baton Rouge is the number one market in Louisiana right now. However, it is a little bit out of my my zone for as far as time management. It's about 2 hours away. This Metairie Jefferson area is only roughly 30 to 45 minutes. But I would like to expand also. With that being said, I do vision us being successful and being able to expand and being able to have a long-term partnership. I do have fair communication skills. I'm pretty good with speaking to people. I'm not always the best on camera. I'm very good with speaking to people, though. Very good reading and writing skills. Very good English skills. I do know a little Spanish. But yeah, so why you should work with me is because, as far as I know, the acquisition manager is a very, very valuable position, which requires hard work, and you need someone as your boots on the ground guy who is going to take it seriously and take it seriously every day and make it to appointments on time and do everything on time and by the book, the way things are supposed to be done. Obviously, you are a lot more experienced and have a lot more knowledge than I do, and I look forward to learning from you and learning on a daily basis and working with you and just growing this business as a whole. Again, like I said, the only thing that I am not 100% clear on is our specific business structure. Other than that, I got a head on my shoulders, looking straight forward, and I'm ready to go. So whenever you're ready to deploy your lead generating resources and setting up these appointments, then let's get it rolling, get these houses under contract and get them going. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you this video. I hope you do believe and trust that I am a good fit for this acquisition manager position and that we will be successful together. So have a good one, Mr. Haim.